Hello, welcome back to the Spider's Web. And in front of us we have our cooperation players from Dead Zone. I've painted a few of them, as you can see, just to annoy Wigan Rugby League fans. I've done these in white with a red V, which, if you weren't familiar with Rugby League, that would be almost... No, I've almost painted these to St Helens colours, which is white and, as I say, the red V. The difference is in the like gaps between the, shall we say, armour, they are brownish colour. I've used oh dear God, what's it called? I can't remember. It's been a while since I painted it. Oh, what's it called? I've got three colours going through my head. I don't know which one it is. Rhinoxide. So I've then highlighted with something a little pale, probably scrag brown or something along those lines. Anyway, that's the look we're wanting to achieve. Or almost the look we're wanting to achieve. I just need to go over these with a little bit more white in certain parts. The white I had was getting a little bit dried and wasn't actually covering as well as I would have liked. So we're going to be using, I would say, white scar, and as you can see, we have a new camera on the go for this. This is the new camera. Oh dear Lord, I forgot. Grab me a tissue, won't be a second. When I say tissue, I mean paper towel, obviously. Right, so we are going with white scar. And it's just plain white we're using, we're not adding any other colour to it. And we just need to cover over some of the areas that's already been done. Oops. I'm really wanting to get this painted and try and learn how to play the game. So we have a lot of whites just to touch up on with these. Hopefully I can get this looking quite smooth. If not I may have to go over, or not when I say go over, I may have to actually soak these in Dettol. Strip all the paint off and start again if I'm not careful. Hopefully it won't come to that. They've all been primed white. And this is the base game for Dreadball. What's the Dreadball Deluxe version? But of course got the Corporation players, whatever team it is, I don't know, I can't remember. And we have the Orc players, Marauder players, whatever you want to call them. And okay, so trying to get a very clean look to the V's as well, because let's face it, It's got to look red to annoy Wigan players, isn't it? Oh, Wigan supporters. That's the only reason I'm doing this. As everybody who knows me knows, I have no interest in sport whatsoever. Oops, I didn't realise I've gone off camera there. Hope I haven't been off for too long. If so, if I have, I apologise. Been a while since I've done some painting. I've lost the hang of it a little bit, I think. There we are. So now let's try and touch up on the face. I did actually draw or write some numbers on the elbow, oh God Bennett, on the shoulder pads, and they've been slightly damaged, so I've scraped them off. So I'm just going to go over them, over the shoulder pads again, and try and build up the white, and make it look a lot smoother, and just have them bare shoulder pads, because I didn't like the look of them anyway, so it wasn't the end of the world. Unfortunately, with the paint that I've used, with it being dried up slightly, it's gone on a little bit lumpy and giving quite a chalky appearance. But it was the old style skull white that I was using for these before I changed over to this quite fluid white scar. There we go. It's not the best painting I've done, but not to worry. Yep. The shoulders sorted out. Try and add the new colour of white, because it's a slightly different shade of white as well. The old style's more, looks to me very much like a chewing gum white in comparison with this new one. So you can actually tell a difference between the two colours, which is nice. And there's just this big film at the back here that I need to do as well. In fact, I think I'll paint over all of the arm and I can add the wash. I'll return the wash a little bit later because I had a Agrax Earth, not an Agrax Earth shade, a Drakenhof Nightshade wash over the white to act as a shadow colour for the recesses. You see there's a few places here and there that really needs some attention, which it didn't get beforehand. I don't think I've finished this particular one, so I think I may just leave that to one side for the time being, and we will continue at the moment with our Drakenhof Nightshade wash over this fella. So now we get the appropriate colour. There we are. I'm talking Drakenhof Nightshade, and now we don't want this going on too thickly. There are a lot of areas of this particular miniature that's going to be brown and white, so we're just basically looking towards filling in any crevices. We don't want it going on, as I said, too thickly. If it goes on too thick, it could disguise some of the details that's in it. So here we go. So we're going all over with this one. All of these minis are going to get a coating of this, so I may as well get on with that now and make sure they're all done, and then I can just concentrate on painting one miniature at a time for this series. Yep. So that's how it looks once it's completely washed. So I just had to that's what I'm looking for. Just to readjust my grip as the onto the models, causing a little bit of discomfort in my joints. So there we are, that's one done. And so we have these two to do, and I will do those off camera. All I'm going to be doing with them is exactly the same as I've just done with that one, which is to cover it in Drakenhof Nightshade. Now, what I want to do here next is continuing with the white. In fact, I think I've done everything I can on the for the time being. In fact, it's not the white that I want; it's the Rhinox hide, as was mentioned before. So we'll get a little bit of that on our palette. Yep. I've just cleaned my brush out on the new roll of paper towel. Well, never mind. Right, so after all that, I have actually done the brown on that one. I've done the brown in there. I have. So it's not the brown I wanted after all. Oh lord. Lordy, lordy, lordy. It's not that brown I wanted anyway, it was this one, Scrag Brown, which we're going to be using for the highlights for that. But the pen we just put down will come in. It's a wet palette we're using, so it's not going to dry out too much, which is nice. And standard brush there, I don't want that one. And it's a more of a detailed brush. We'll put some of these to one side and we get our Scrag Brown on the tip of our brush, like so. And we just pick out the details. Where you can see the muscle design on the model. That's where we place our Scrag Brown. If you don't say, just put a dot here and there. Here we go. Let me see how I've done these. That's right. So we're just highlighting all of the brown areas, especially the upper areas of the model. Like so. We'll come back and add more and more brown to those areas, or more of the Scrag Brown to those areas, because the more you put on, the brighter it will look. And so we're using a very watered down paint, so building up the colour rather than just applying the colour all at once. Almost it, I think. There we go. Some brown on the white there, which I don't want. If you get any like that, then just wipe it off as quick as you can, because it's going to be a pain trying to paint white over any darkish colour. Anyway, this is the it's the fiddly bit when you're painting any model, is the actual detailing and the highlights on the detail. I'm just going to pop a little bit in there as well. And oops, and we have this final I hope this is one of the big models, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's why the big fellas is these we're doing it now. And we have go. Again, you get this done. I'll try to get this done as well as you can. It looks all the better. You need that little bit of highlight on these. If you left it just plain brown, it wouldn't look right. It needs just that little bit. Make it look as though some light is hitting, and gives it a more 3D effect as well. Even though it is a 3D model, if you don't add these highlights, your model will look flat. There we go. And that is about all I can think. Oh, top of the head. Top of the head. Can't think of that bit. There we are. And that's it for that particular model. I believe the next step is getting the white on all the armour. So we have our white on our palettes, so we can just carry on. Oops, let's keep watching about that. And we just paint around all the areas we want the white to go. Very, very, very slow and steady process. Better off doing. I found that out myself over the past few weeks of, well, when I say past few weeks, past few months when I started using this particular style of painting, that it is better doing it this way than rushing. The effects, especially with zombie side figures in comparison to the figures I used to be, the way I used to paint the figures, really, really surprising how good they look. I still haven't mastered this technique yet. Using the wet palette, it will take a while, but you know, practice makes perfect, as they say. And I think I'm getting there. Slowly but surely. As you can see, it's looking a lot smoother going on the model than the other paint was. if we can make it so that the we can paint inside any of these lines, it will be all the better, because it will look much more realistic, as they say. Well, not so much realistic, it'll look a lot neater. Make it look as though you've taken some time. And do a proper job as if. Why do we want to use the phrase "as they say"? So we have our white going on quite smoothly. And try and get every little bit that's white and in the light painted in this. So this is our highlight colour. Very dark shadows with the Duckenhoff Nightshade. Oh yeah. And there's the majority of it done. So we do just want little bits here and there. I'm sorry I'm not talking very much. I'm just finding this difficult to concentrate on at the moment for some strange reason. But hope you're enjoying the music in the background. I thought I might as well put some music on while I'm not talking a great deal. Now we want our shoulder pads done as well. There we go. And we have a big flat surface here, which is going to be white with the red V. And I think I may actually strip these down, or the few I've done, I think I may strip them down and repaint in this technique because they're looking a little too rough and ready. There's not the look I want for the figures. I'll see how it goes when I paint the third one. I don't want to try and match the third one to the other. Sorry, the fourth one. Sorry, I don't want to match that to the other two. I want to. I'd sooner actually match. Sorry, I'm finding things difficult to concentrate on at the moment. Yeah, so we have 4 of the smaller figures when I washed earlier. I've painted 3 of them and I've left the 4th one to do on camera. When I do that one, I'll see how they all look, and if I don't like the look the way they are, then I will be stripping them down and repainting. Speaking of painting, anybody who has who performs a painting service, I have a big favour to ask. I'm looking for advice over charging for the set of models. Somebody I've been asked if I would paint all the Castle Ravenloft, Drist and the Shadowlong models, and I've never done a commission painting set before. This is, as I've said a few times, it's just a hobby for me. As I say, somebody's asked me to pay. I'm not sure how to go about charging, what I should think. Well, I have been advised to think about how much time it's going to take, which, to be honest, it's going to take quite a bit of time. But I've also been told time, or my time, paints, etc. But I'm not a professional painter. This is just a hobby for me, and I don't want to be charging too much, but then again I don't want to be charging too little that it's not worth my time doing. So if somebody could give me any advice at all, it would be greatly appreciated. So anybody who does a painting service could help me out and advise me on this one, would be, as I say, grateful. So the problem is I'm in Britain, and the guy who actually asked me to paint these lives in America. So it'll be a case of him sending the models over to me, and I don't know how expensive that would be either. So we have that model. So as I said, I'm looking for advice. Should I charge per model? Should I charge just a flat rate or what? And again, another thing, as I say, I'm not a professional painter. I don't provide a service. It's just a hobby, and that's obviously got to reflect in my prices as well. We're taking Wazdaka Red onto our palette now. We only need a little bit of that. I got a little too much. and that's the one I've just done. And the V comes down there like so, and from this side make that a little bit wider. That's that one. And now for the back, we have it on here. That will do. It doesn't have to be perfect. So it's only to annoy Wigginers, that's all it's for. Alright, that's that done, that's that done. Okay, so we have different sizes of model. We've got 3. Yeah, so they're the same ones, they're different poses. Not exactly so. No, well, never mind. We're going back now to our our little chap here. Let's see if he's missed a few bits with the wash. I'm going to have to go back over that before I can do anything else. So I think what I'm going to do is just call it there for this particular video. I'm not at the moment able to concentrate on it as much as I was hoping I could. So I'm going to leave it here, and we'll continue this in the next video. Hopefully I can get some more of it done next time and do proper and talk a bit better properly. Talk a lot better next time. But that's how we're doing the models. We've had that one done today. No, we haven't. Where are you? You can see that's the one we did today, that we've just done, in comparison to the other one. This new painting technique looks much better. So I think the others are going to get. That's what I'm looking for. I think the other ones are going to get stripped. We'll see how things go. I forgot I need to just gently go over these pads on this particular model, because it's the one we went over with the white. We need to do that to bring out the recesses, and same again on here. these aren't the actual miniatures I wanted to collect. These aren't the teams that I wanted to collect for this game. So I'm not really overly bothered if I do a fantastic job on these, but I want to do them as well as I can. But there we are. Anyway, that's our look at the corporation team from Dreadball. In our next video, hopefully I'll be able to base coat this one. These won't be done as well, so you can see these ready for painted. But I'm sorry I've not been too very talkative today. I hope you enjoyed the music that's behind these videos. But until next time, as always, before I forget, anybody who can give me any help and assistance and advice over this issue I have with the commission, I'll be greatly appreciated. Please, if you don't, you can send me an email or something. The email address is in the comment box. If you could do that rather than actually leave messages in the comment section, I'd be, as I say, incredibly grateful for any advice you can offer. But until next time, as always, this is from Stand Up. Take care, God bless, and bye for now.